Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday, my good people. My good people. I was trying to give Sissy a couple of minutes. She was running behind a tad bit. But I'll go ahead and begin to greet the chat. Miss Cheryl, thank you so much for coming in. Miss Sabrina, fashion addict. How you doing, madam? Miss Kay Brown, Robin Lotz, Miss Phelps in the building. Welcome, my love. All right, we have Treasure Life, Lupac Baby, chat. We have Spark with 10 S's, guys. Peace be still. Who else is up in this joint? Miss Lorraine. Welcome in, sissy girl. How's it
Hey,
going?
boo. Hey, girl. I was trying to cool
And
off.
Miss
I was working too much.
Jew.
Thank you.
I looked on there one time, it wasn't nobody. Then I looked again. I said, where all these people come from? Welcome in, people. Welcome in.
Hi, everybody. I love you. How you been doing, Sissy?
Honey,
How you been
yeah,
doing?
I had a little rough week. The end part of the
Uh-oh.
week got a little rough for me. But I survived.
Right.
I
That's
survived.
you.
I survived. And one thing with me is extra stress brings me extra pain. So um I got through that and I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How about you?
A little sore. I planted some flowers yesterday for my mom. So
Okay.
I had to recover, honey, digging dirt and stuff.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I did ground myself yesterday.
Okay.
I ground myself yesterday and that helped. I went out and hugged a couple of trees.
Okay. I gotta try that. I ain't never hugged a tree.
Welcome in, Scorpio. So, how has y'all week been? We last spoke on Wednesday. I think we had a very good live, a very informative, interesting live. How have you all been doing in the chat since Wednesday? Everybody?
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
No thumbs? Well, for those of you all who don't know, when things get a little rough for me, I I ground. I'm a grinder, a grounder. I take my shoes off and I become one with the earth. I pray and meditate uh, in the ground. So grounding. Uh, very insightful, very helpful for me. In fact, I don't know of anyone who grounds who does not see any benefit from it. So you guys should try that.
Yes.
You guys should try that. What you cooking today, sissy?
Well, my son had a taste for taco salad, and I have a taste for a burrito. We kind of got this little American Mexican thing that I want to try. I'm gonna make me a little version of a burrito. It's gonna have some Mexican feel to it and flavors. I might do some extra stuff like I kind of got a taste for some fries with some meat and cheese all over. Then I got a taste for the burrito. I also got a taste for enchiladas, but I'm not doing enchiladas, so I'm gonna try
Okay,
to meet you somewhere halfway in the middle.
okay. I'm sure you've learned to get your Mexican flavors together really well with your household. So I
Yes,
bet it's going to be very good because you have a number one critiquer, and I'm sure they let you know when anything is off.
yes. Now, for you guys that don't know, I have a bonus son, and he is full-blooded Mexican, honey. So, um, Yeah, he likes hot food. Like we fight about hot food. Like his version of hot would have me crying. So, but I'm not making it spicy. He can do his own little thing when he gets here from work and make it spicy as he wants to. But no, and I remember Sissy saying, "You got ghost peppers? Is it ghost peppers in the garden, Sissy?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ghost.
girl. Mm-mm. He eats them like vegetables.
What?
Yeah.
My kids will eat them, but honey, I grew it for them. I ain't touching it.
Mhm.
Uh,
Right.
I ain't gonna fool with it, baby. So as Sissy begins her cooking ventures for today,
Yep.
y'all see the title is Birds of a Feather. Um, but I want to throw a loophole because before we went live, well, earlier today, Sissy and I were talking, right? And it's a young lady that she follows, and I gotta look her name up because I don't want to mess it up. But it's a young lady that she follows, and she wanted to know how I felt about this young woman because she's um she's a black lady, of course, and she's married to a Caucasian man, and she does content. She has a pretty nice size following, and she believes heavily that her spouse comes before her children. And I just want to talk about that real quick before we get into our hot topic. What do y'all think about that? Who do y'all think come first? Do y'all think the spouse comes first or the children? What do y'all think about that? I'm looking her name up because I don't want to say it wrong. Who do y'all think come first? The spouse or the children? Nobody? Her name is let me back up. Miss Queen KWEEN of Nights. And her thing is My Blended Life. That's the title of her show. Lupot says, oh, I'm sorry, Cheryl says, I would think the children because he's grown. Peace Be Still says the children. Lupot says our kids come first until they're grown, period. Stacey says, I'm not married, nor do I have kids, so I got to sit this out. Miss Cheryl say, I would say it depends on the age of the children. I think Miss Robin is going with 100 on what Lupot said. Spicy Brown said, if the man is truly the head of his household, if he's truly the head of his household, what? He would let the kids be first, or he would be first if he's truly the head of the household? Angelic Virgo says children because they didn't ask to be here, and we have to make sure that we put their needs before our own. Troy, look at me speaking of Troy, y'all. Troy agrees with Lupa. They all said that they think that the children should come first. Some people even gave their reason for saying so. They said, kids are dependent upon the parents. Some said if he's grown, depending on the age of the children. So, of course, let me read this. And I say that because kids don't ask to be here. It's a decision made amongst two adults mutually most of the time. Now, once they're grown, That's a different story. Lupa, do you think once they're grown or once they become like the age of consent? I'm waiting for an answer back from that, guys. Because me, myself, I'm a little different, guys. Miss White is. I tend to my husband's needs first. And if I make sure he's okay, then he's going to make sure we're okay, if that makes sense. If I make sure he's okay, then he's going to give me a helping hand with whatever it is that I need for the kids. He's not going to be seeking validation or attention that will even make me have to kind of pull my weight back and forth of where it needs to be. I um I tend to my husband's needs first. And but I saw where Spicy Brown said if the man is truly the head of the household, that can apply to every man. That cannot apply to every man. You have to make sure that they are worthy of giving such a deed too, right? Because if you are united as one, you have to nourish and nurture each other so you all can care for the kids together. That's why we have a lot of marriages that fall apart because they say all your attention is on the kids, all your attention is on the kids. Well, help me put attention on the kids. How can you help me put attention on the kids? By let's making sure each other are okay. Let's nurture one another so we can put our best foot forward with these children. And that's just my take. It may not work for everyone, but I have been a little successful with that. And you guys heard me and my son talk on this past Wednesday, and we did a lot of that. Even through all of that, we had to nurture one another's needs and put one another's needs first. Because if we put one another's needs, wants, and desires first, everything else would fall into place. Um, let's say I had devoted all my time and energy just to my son and left my husband. Would he had understood that, this was prioritized? The husband I got, absolutely. Some don't. Some don't. And I can't say that because he do understand that he would not have understood had I not diverted a lot of my attention to him that made him want to come together with me to get on the other side of my son's mental health issues. So that's for me, and that's what worked for me. Let me keep up with the comments because I don't want to get too far behind. Stacy said, "Oh, okay. I read that one." Lupac again says, "This is a great topic, Miss White, because I see a lot of people debating who eats first in a household. They do." Spicy Brown says, "Yes, Miss White." Fashion Addict says, "I don't have children, but when children are at my home, they eat first. I'm married and my husband understands." Terry says, "Afternoon, everybody." Hi, Terry. Thank you for coming in. Miss Cheryl says, "I'm going to say when I was growing up, mom fed my dad before us kids, but I'm opposite." Miss Cheryl, why do you think your mom fed your dad first? Because honestly, guys, throughout time, we've gotten so much away from the biblical terms of how things were ran. So why do you think it was that your mom fed your dad first before the kids? Lupot says, "For me personally, once they are financially stable enough to lead their own household, but don't confuse it with neglect or your spouse, because these are totally different needs. They are. In some cases, because, men can get real needy. Men can. They can become real needy." Lupot says, "I think it's more so of a balance thing because you see how you just explained how you cater to your husband, but you also make sure your kids are good as well." Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we nurture one another so we can become one with the kids. That's what I'm saying. Like, we nurture each other first. um, so we can become one with the kids. That is, it's no what do they call it? No gender specific role when it comes to us raising our children. So that's why it's not you get the kids a bath today. No, I did it yesterday. You do it. It's just uh, we meet the needs wherever it's needed in the household, and that's just not with the kids, with the cleaning, with whatever the duties are. Now I'm the Bob the Builder. He's not too much going to fix anything, but I have a talented hand at building and fixing. I got that from my dad. Um, there's some things that my husband can fix, but honey, he'd rather pay somebody and be done with it. Where I want the challenge, he doesn't. But there's no gender specific role with us. Our goal each day is to make sure each other are okay. And once we make sure each other are okay, everything else falls into place. Um, Cheryl says, I think mom fed dad first because he was tired and he worked all day. And the link has been dropped in the chat also, guys, if anyone wants to come up. Troy says, well, what happens if the man is not around to help raise the kid to those who put the man first? Let me reread that. Well, what happens if the man is not around to help raise the kid to those who put the man first? In that case, Troy, then I would say we didn't have an option. The kids would definitely come first. But even with me, when I was a single mom, after leaving my ex-husband, I learned to put myself, I'm not going to say first, but I did learn to nurture and pamper myself. I learned to take care of me so I could be a better me to take care of my kids in a better way, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't neglect myself. And when I felt good about me, it made me feel good about what I had to do for my children. But I had to learn that. I had to learn that. And even with me and my husband, when we were over the marriage ministry, when we were in church, we used to tell people that we didn't have all the answers. And we can't really tell you what to do in a marriage, but because we have both been married once before, we could definitely tell you what not to do because we learned from our mistakes. And in my previous marriage, I did put the kids first. I did. And it did develop somewhat of an unhealthy marriage in addition to some of the other things that we had going on. Cheryl says, I always wondered why mom fed dad first, but I didn't dare ask because we better not have had, huh? We better not have had. And because we weren't in a position to be able to ask questions, a lot of things went without knowing. And a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, most oftentimes, we kind of go with what we've been shown. We go with what we've been taught. It's tradition. That's what my mama did. That's what I'm doing. And we don't even know why they did it.
Mhm.
Cheryl says, I always wonder. Oh, I read that one. I'm sorry. Spicy Brown says, why would you put a man first if he's not around? Yeah. Stacy says, my mom always fixed my dad his plate first. My mom did too when he was there. So yeah. Lupot says, me personally, I fix all the food and feed and call everyone at once. Once I have all the plates ready, so it's not a who eats first in my household. There you go. That's one thing that we do practice now. Because when I met my husband, I was so focused on the marriage. Like, let's maintain the marriage. I don't worry about and I even, in counseling, I say we need to work on the marriage. Don't focus on the individualized person. Let's focus on the marriage. And my husband was like, no, you take care of the kids first. And I was like, no, I'm worried about our marriage. I'm not worried about the kids because if we keep the marriage together, then everything else will fall in place. And it took a while for him to kind of clap on because even with me, guys, it was some things that I had to learn because after leaving my husband and going through all the struggles that I went through, I was used to being my own woman, handling the bills and getting it done. And my husband had to really have a sit down with me and say, look, I'm not your ex-husband. I'm a whole man out here. And let me lead. Like, don't shut me out. You let me lead. Or you don't want me to lead. If you don't want me to lead, then I'm gonna have to reevaluate some things. So, I had to regroup. But it took us a while to kind of come on one accord with that. And then we both had to make the decision to nurture the marriage and not the person in the marriage. And it may sound crazy because we get our own individualized wants, needs, and desires, and then the marriage begins to fall apart because everyone is focused on what I need and what I want. So, yeah. Um, Miss Phelps says, my kids are grown now, but my husband always said, feed kids first. And again, if that's what they say, you have to honor that. Spicy says, my dad's plate was made first, then kids, and mom last, but we always ate together. I understand what you meant, Miss
Me
Phelps.
too, Mrs. Phelps.
Lupot says, this all depends on your family dynamic. Most women who have men who pay all the bills feed the man first, and for the relationship that are 50-50 responsibility, I would say the kids eat first. Hmm. That is definitely something to think about. Hmm. 50-50. I'm kind of lost with the 50-50 aspect too. Miss Cheryl says, okay, Miss White, that's being submissive, right? It is. It is. It is. It is. And look, a lot of people take submissiveness in a bad light. But baby, it's privilege in our submissiveness. My husband probably listening at the door, but there's nothing we can't get from a man when we're being submissive. Like our feminine wiles and everything kick in, and they love it.
Sissy be
Some
like,
people.
listen, y'all. Wait a minute, Sissy. Sissy be like,
Mhm.
I want this Benz right here, this 2024, no, this 2027 Benz. Can we get it? And you're like, girl, you spending all my money. And you be like, okay, let's go to the dealership. That's because of her submissiveness. I mean, I'm just
Listen.
joking, y'all, but you get the
Oh,
gist.
cause I was gonna say that rascal will tell me no. He will tell me no. He will tell me no. And a lot of people don't believe that, but he tell me no. He be like, nope. Mm-mm. He will tell me no in a hot minute. He'll tell me no. A lot of people they don't believe that because they look at our dynamic and they think that I just get everything that I want, and that's not true. It is so not true. He will tell me no. Lupot said, Miss White, facts. Love being submissive because trust me, you will see a big difference in your man. Hmm. When they tell us no, you know how we do, y'all. We just find another way around it. I'm trying to peep and see if he's sleep. You sleep, honey? No, he ain't answering me, but he might be sleeping. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I thought that was a real good subject that we had began to talk about. Miss Cheryl says, I'm pretty sure that's why my marriage didn't work because I had a problem with being submissive. I was young though. Hmm. How did you describe submissive, Miss Cheryl? How would you subscribe it in your thought process? Stacy says, women are not afraid to be submissive to the right man. The right man, baby. There you go.
Right.
There you go. The right
Some
man.
of
That's
us
why we got.
women be submissive to a dude with 10 baby mamas, no job, no car. Like, no. That's not what we're talking about.
We have to learn about being submissive too. A lot of people take it the wrong way. Being submissive don't mean you're a pushover because look, when you get that right man, he's not even going to put you in a position to be submissive about something that's wrong or something that you don't want to do. Y'all become one. That's why we say work on the marriage and not on the person. Um, the overall picture of it all instead of just that person's want, needs, and desires. Will this help my marriage or will this hurt my marriage? And you think about the marriage overall, and then under the marriage, how does this affect me? You know, because people forget that you become one and they leave the marriage out and think about themselves. Mm. Um, Miss Cheryl says, I saw my mom do everything my dad said. And I always thought I'm not going to let anybody tell me what to do and just go with it. Miss Cheryl, that's big because I was the same way. Rebellious as hell because of what I saw as a child. I want to know parts of that. Ain't no rascal gonna tell me what to do, when to do, how to do, da 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 da. And I held true to that thing. I meant that. But at the same time, I grew and I learned the difference that we're supposed to do it to a man that's worthy. But then we don't know who's worthy because we end up marrying the wrong rascal. When they read those verses, they say, hey, what God put together, let no man put asunder. And you be run out here and marry somebody who God did not even put you with. So therefore, you find yourself trying to be submissive to somebody who's not even worthy because God didn't put you together to begin with. So y'all might want to chew on that a little bit. Something my mom used to say, put that in your peace pipe and smoke it. But yeah, you have to make sure it's with the right person. It's the right person when it's God ordained and God sent and not something that we have went out there and done ourselves. Because there is a big payback in submissiveness. It's a big payout to submissiveness. And you won't see it if you're not with the right person. Yeah. Yeah. I saw my mom. Oh, I read that. Cancer 66 says, hey, Miss White. Hey, I'm chosen. Hey, I'm listening, but I'm listening to you ladies as I'm cleaning. Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having a much better day. Cancer 66. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you are too. Miss Cheryl says, exactly. Miss Cheryl says, now I know. Yeah, and unfortunately, I didn't know the first time. My mind was made up. Ain't nobody gonna tell me. Yeah, it definitely contributed to some of my marital issues that I had previously. It was definitely a big contribution to that. And it was because of animosity I had for my dad. I even built animosity and resentment towards my mom because I felt like you just let him tell you what to do. We can see him in 4 days. He come in the house running everything. I had a big chip on my shoulder, a very big chip on my shoulder. And it affected me. And it affected my previous marriage. I'm not going to say it was just some of the things that I saw, but you take his childhood mess with my childhood mess, and we had a bigger mess put together. So, yeah, we were not even equally yoked mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, none of that. We weren't even on the same yoke. We probably didn't know the difference between the eggs. Never mind the yolk. So, yeah, Miss Cheryl says, now I know. Nook the book says, Miss White and I'm chosen. Hello, beautiful ladies. Hi, Nook. Thank you so much for coming in. Some people are speaking. Hi, Tabby. How are you? Follow quick start instructions. So, yeah, I just didn't want to let this conversation go by. She and I were talking about it. And, yeah, Miss Cheryl said that was my situation as well. And you know what, Miss Cheryl, I had to learn that those were the mistakes that my mom made. And I didn't want to live in the shadow of the same mistakes. And I had to learn to be better, do different, and act different. I never saw my mom do anything. And when I say I didn't see her, not because I didn't see her, she wasn't. This lady went to church on Sunday. She went to work on Monday and Tuesday to one job. She cleaned houses for a living. On Wednesday, she went to two separate houses Thursday she worked a half a day. Friday she worked a whole day. Saturday she worked a partial day. She came home. We went to the grocery store, got ready for church on Sunday, only to repeat the same thing over again on Monday. Like it was clockwork. Never saw her do anything but whatever my dad said do. So yeah, and that was it. So I didn't want to let that go. I was like, oh, that's a good topic. But we had this other thing we had already prepared to talk about. So I get back on the topic at hand, which is birds of a feather flock together. How many of y'all think birds of a feather flock together? We hear that term a lot. When somebody, especially when it's somebody showing out or doing something that we see in a negative light, that's the first thing we say. Birds of a feather flock together. They got to be the same way. You don't hear that too often when there's somebody doing something good. Like, they show we got it going on. Oh, let me back up. Scorpio says, I don't necessarily agree. With what part, dear? The birds of a feather or the submissiveness? Where we at? Am I moving too fast? I'm waiting on Scorpio to answer, so I can make sure I didn't leave nobody behind. She says, I don't necessarily agree. Scorpio said that. And then Miss Cheryl says, I don't believe that until you decide you want different. She said, yep, the birds of a feather. She says she don't necessarily agree. Anybody else think that all birds of a feather flock together?
I definitely don't. And I don't because people are quick to say birds. I mean, I'm guilty of saying that two birds of a feather flock together, but you're right when you say in the aspect of negative. But for example, I don't have a problem with I don't have a problem with anybody for the most part. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. There are gay people in my family. I'm not gay, and Lupac, don't do me just because I like to play with your boobs and your booty. Don't, I'm not gay, okay? But
Okay.
just because a masculine man hangs around a gay male, they might shoot hoops together. That doesn't mean that man is suspect, or it doesn't mean that man is gay. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean when I say I don't necessarily mean that birds of a feather flock together. But when you say something like, oh, another example, Amber is Missy Amber, that's your opinion. You only, going by, you haven't, been with Amber 101 or spent quality time with her 101. But on the internet, Amber has labeled herself as Messy Amber. I love Amber. I'm not messy, period. So don't be calling me messy, But neither do I think that Amber is messy either. I just think that she calls a thing a thing. And I think if you fuck with her, she's going to fuck with you back, period. So I'm sorry, cursing, but when I think about Amber, it like literally had me in tears. Was it last week? Last week or earlier this week? Like it had me in tears to know that her elderly parents were doxxed and her family was, the topic of conversation, So I don't flock together with nobody if you want to look at it in that aspect. But that's where I was going with that. Hopefully you get the gist of it, chat. So yeah.
Oh, girl, you were getting hyped about that thing.
I was about to.
You were getting hyped about that
I had
thing.
to pull it back and say, "Oh, my mama might be watching." Even though I'm
Honestly,
in my 50s and I can cuss if I want to cuss, I get it from my daddy. But
honestly, that's part of the reason why we even having this discussion on today, because it was a live done earlier this week where my name was mentioned and said that, oh, I was messy too, and all this other stuff. And I made the comment like, yeah, I definitely know how to be messy. Have I? No. Can I? Yeah. But I haven't been. And then I was pondering on that thing. Like, it was really making me think about it. And I was like, because if you say birds of a feather flock together in a negative light, then that'll take away from where we teach. If there's somebody you want to be like or something that you want to do in your life, then you have to associate yourself with the type of people that you want to be like, right? So, how would that ever happen if bird feathers were associated by, if birds were associated by their feathers? Like, how could you groom yourself under somebody else or place yourself under someone else's tutelage if you it's almost like it's derogatory. It's almost like racism, where you separating people and cornering them off and putting them in a box because they don't look like what you think they're supposed to look like or act like how you think they are supposed to act like. Because, we have different vantage points where we see people differently. Because depending upon if you think you are over above a person, that means you're looking down on that person. You don't see them from the foot up, you see them from the head down. So you'll miss something. If you think you're beneath a certain person or thing, you're going to be looking on that situation from the feet up. You're going to be at a different viewpoint. Now, let's say that you think you're the same as that person, then you're eye to eye. You kind of see things on the same level. But it depends on your viewpoint of what you see or how you see a thing, person, place, or situation. I don't want to get away from the comments, so I got to keep up with that, guys. Um, Scorpio says you have to balance on your groups, but some may not do the same thing as others, but it doesn't mean they're in support of it. Absolutely. Scorpio says, come on, Chosen. Yes, she was getting there, wasn't she, y'all? Tabby says, I used to believe that until I was in a situation. Yes, ma'am. I can concur with that. Like, I understand exactly because I used to kind of think that. But you live long enough, you experience enough things, you'll begin to view things differently. Hi, Jazzy Red. Thank you so much for coming in. Tabby says she's coming over, sissy. She wants some food.
come on, Tabby. I need you to reach up in this cabinet real quick too first, so I can get this. Get you get the stuff off up here for me.
Lupa says, I don't agree either because I've had friends who are polar opposites for me for years. But eventually I had to part ways from them because of people having the mindset and that effect it had on me. So, Lupa, are you saying that you backed away because of the opposite things your friend was doing or because how other people viewed it? Which one was that? I didn't help me understand that. Let's see. And then some people are speaking, so I'll go back to what I was saying. Sissy sent me a little video, y'all. It's like 3 minutes long, but it's not the video itself. It's about what was there, because depending on how you look at a thing, it kind of goes back to what I was saying about vantage point, because it's a small, it's like a 2-minute video of some birds from the tropics. And when the birds get ready to mate, when birds get ready to mate, they do a little dance. Like the male, he go and he clean his area up. He makes sure it's spick and span. Kind of like how men do, with them bachelor pads before they invite the woman over. They want to make sure everything is nice and neat and clean. which what they typically probably didn't have it that way. But anyway, um, and then the bird goes to do a dance. He does this little dance once he do after he does his little call. He does a mating call, and once the female comes into his little cleaned up area, he begins to dance. He do a little dance for the lady, you know. And when he do after he does that dance, his wings sprout out. The wings sprout out. Depending on your viewpoint. If you're overhead of that bird, all you're going to see is those black feathers. That's all you see. Are those black feathers, right? But the cameraman was underneath the bird. The cameraman didn't see black feathers, right? So I'm going to go back. Over the top, all you see are those black feathers. I'm going to reference those black feathers as messy, hate, malice, or anything negative you can think of. I'm going to correlate that with the top of what you see because you're over the bird or viewpoint eye level of the bird. But the cameraman was under the bird, right? And the cameraman didn't see black feathers. Y'all, he saw blue. He saw blue. So he didn't see the messy, evil, nasty, whatever the negative words you want to see. He saw love, joy, and light. So he was at a different viewpoint. And you cannot judge someone based off what you see or how you perceive a thing. You got to have facts to go along with that. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all this little clip real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. How the bird from the top you see one thing, but from the bottom you see something else. So
before you play it, I want to say, I began to kind of tell, like before I can get it out good, Sissy already knew where I was going with it. We are not alike, but we do flock together, but we're like-minded. Like I don't have to go into a lot of detail and depth to get my point across. Sometimes I get tongue-tied, sometimes the words are all in my head and they don't come out right. But she knows exactly where I'm going, and I was really excited when we decided to do this live today. So here we go, y'all. I'm gonna mute.
let me go back. Okay. And it's really short, guys. I just want y'all to see. That's right, Miss Cheryl. You have to look from different levels, different experience, different reasons. Like you just can't, you cannot assume. You cannot assume. And this gets even deeper, guys. I got a bit. I'm gonna show you this just so you can see, but it's even deeper than that. No, I'm gonna forget what I was doing. Oh, here we go.
Of the forest changes as you descend, becoming ever darker and damper, favoring different kinds of animals and plants.
I'm gonna skip through all this part. Let's just see
Less than 2% of the sunlight reaches the floor. Even here, there is extraordinary variety.
You muted, sissy. Can't hear you.
I'm I'm so sorry. So I just want you to see how on the top of that bird, all you saw was the black because you got your nose so high in judgment, you can't see but one thing, and that's probably because that's all you want to see. But take a little time, do your research, do some investigating, and look around that bird, and you'll see what's really underneath that bird. That's when you'll see what's really going on, right? Did y'all catch what I was saying? Because I went even further as to say, Sissy, look, it's not even an everyday bird that we see, right? How
Right,
many of us are
right.
living in paradise? How many of us are in these paradise islands, right? It's not an everyday bird that you see. And I went on to say, sometimes you have a rarity. You have a special bird, right? That people don't know. They're not accustomed to. Lux Pearl's not in here now, but she said the other week we were having somewhat similar of a conversation. And she says that sometimes people don't understand things because it's not obtainable to them. They haven't seen it, they haven't experienced the type of person like I am, so they reject what they don't know. They frown sideways on things that they don't know, especially when you don't understand a thing. But as I continue to read and look, because I'm a big National Geographic person, but I didn't like birds. So I never really researched birds. So as I began to read and watch some things, y'all, I learned a lot about birds. Different bird feathers do flock together, right? The different birds, they flock together, and by different species flocking together, it helps the whole team. Because one type of bird is not eating all the food up from the other one. You got some birds that like seeds, you got some that like fruit. They'll all fly together and they look out for one another. They stop to make sure that the bird that eats seeds can get seeds. Okay. The ones that eat fruit, they stop to make sure the ones that need fruit can get fruit. Now, while these birds have stopped to eat, the ones that's eating the seeds, they're eating. The other ones that's on a different diet, they're the lookout. They the lookout. They helping that bird. You go ahead and eat, brother. I got your back. You go ahead and eat what you need to eat while I look out. So when we get down the road and I see this fruit, I'll look out for you while you eat. So different birds of a feather do flock together, and they don't only ride out together and hang together, but they help one another. They look out for one another. They make sure that the enemy and the predator can't come for the other. They protect their family.
Preach.
So I have to beg to differ when you say that birds of a feather flock together. We can turn that whole analogy around just based off the little bit that we know about birds now. So
Period.
what point are you at? Are you at a vantage point where you want to judge somebody because you think you better than them, or because they hit you in the head with something you didn't like? You know? Or are you in a position for understanding and enlightenment? The blue side. You know, which one you want to deal with? Let me read some comments. Lupot said, for instance, I had a friend in high school who was a known hoe child, but she was a good, but because she was so loose and had made a name for herself, people started judging me because we were cool. Understood. Now, Lupot, that was your friend. You may know But how many of them knew that judged her why she was as loose as she was? Did anybody know the backstory? Did anybody know how she got like that? You know, did it make her a bad person? No, it made her loose. That's Um, Miss Cheryl says, so you're saying you have to look at people from different levels. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. So some people just see mess, but we need to dig deeper to see the real person. Yes. Ashley chats. Welcome, Ashley. Thank you for coming in. She says, Miss White, just stopping through to return the love. Absolutely, Ashley. Some people are speaking. Yeah. So do y'all understand what it is that I'm trying to say? I hope I'm displaying this to you guys in a manner where you can understand what I'm saying. Because I was really teed off with all this. Oh yeah, Miss White messy too. She hang with Amber, she got to be. And if you support somebody when they're doing something, that means you're in agreement with it. That's not true. That's not true. That's like saying, I heard Scorpio say the other day that she's a beginner cook. Now, would you just assume automatically that she's a cooker because she comes and support our channel every Saturday? Would you think that she just automatically knows how to cook because she supports us? You'd be wrong to think that. But it's something else about the channel that brings her here. It could be the enlightenment that she gets, the different things that she likes to hear about, the topics. It could be a number of things. But don't think that because she comes here that she knows how to cook. And vice versa to that. Lupac is a chef. And she comes here. Lupac being a chef and she comes here. So it can be viewed either way. You could be saying, why would somebody who already know how to cook come over there? Just don't judge, don't assume. We gotta stop doing that, guys. We have to stop doing that. Welcome, no love. Thank you so much for coming in. Ashley said, Miss White, you should have seen CC one example of her friendship with Whitney Houston and how she still was a friend but didn't support all of her behavior and it didn't change her morals or actions. And she did. She stayed a friend with her to the very end. She did. That's a great example, Ashley. Thank you for that. And a few more. There's a few great examples out there that we could use. We have to stop setting these stages and platforms, and I'm not saying figuratively, but just the words that are coming out of our mouth, trying to associate somebody with a negative thing because that's how they feel about a person. That's what my mama say. You wrong with two left shoes. But it's true. Like, come on, y'all. We better than that. We're all adults. I saw where Tabby said she used to have that mindset until she had an experience. And we are all old enough to know and understand that we have had to be at some sort of experience by now. We've experienced something similar in some form of fashion that would make us be more mindful of saying certain things. Because if you haven't lived long enough,
keep on living.
Live long enough. My mom, make sure I say it right. My mom's mother died when she was 11 years old. My mom was 13 when she had her first child. She would always tell us, y'all gonna know how to do everything. You're gonna know how to cook, you're gonna know how to clean, you're gonna know how to do everything that she had to learn the hard way. Like she had to find things out on her own. She didn't have her mother there to grow her, show her, and teach her a lot of things. And she had to find out on her own. So, with that being said, it wasn't a whole lot that my mom knew. Let's just be honest. It wasn't a whole lot that she knew. It was two women. God rest their souls. They are dead and gone now. They were big drug users. I'm talking streetwalkers. They sold their bodies. They did everything. Renee and Trick. I love them women with everything in me. They are dead and gone. When they quit using drugs, they had already taken so much of a toll on their bodies. They had did it for so long. But let me tell you something. It was those women that I hung around that said, don't you ever do no drugs. You don't ever want to be like me. All right? These are the things, the conversations that they would give me. But while they were saying, don't you ever do drugs and talking to me about it, it was those women who told me how to use a tampon because your pad is showing in the back. Don't wear white when your period is on. You know, who taught me about douches and other things that my mom didn't have the wherewithal. If she did know, she didn't want to talk to me about it. But it was these same women who lived in the streets, they didn't live in the street, but figuratively speaking, they were street girls. They were street girls who taught me a lot about sex, about condoms, not giving it up freely for no reason. Was I on drugs? Absolutely not. Didn't want to be. They taught me a lot of life skills. And I wasn't on drugs. Now, somebody who didn't know me, see me with them, they probably would have thought I was on drugs. But if you knew me, you knew I wasn't on drugs, and you knew that I was just cool as hell with those women because they looked out for me. When I moved away and could do better for myself, because all I ever dated was drug dealers. If I drove back from town, they see me, they asked me for $5, $10, I was gonna give it to them. Didn't care if they were going to buy drugs or whatever they were going to do, because I valued those people. I valued them. I loved them. Had I stayed away from them because they were on drugs, I'd have been out there like my mama trying to find out stuff the hard way, things she didn't know that she couldn't teach me. I'd have been finding out another way. But they spared me from a lot of things. They spared me. Stacy says, because I'm on the struggle bus with cooking, I tune in. I like that, the struggle bus. That's cute. Miss Robinson, Amber is no messier than anyone else, Miss White. And that's the truth. To be honest, she's just more vocal. Some people are quietly messy, but behind the scenes. Amber don't mind. She don't mind. She'll let you know. Cheryl said that part, Robin. Jazzy Ray said, Miss White, I have had friends that turned to drugs that I did not disown them and continue to be there for them. Those friends are off drugs and doing good now. Absolutely. I agree. Like I can relate. I can definitely relate. It's been times that I met people and take them, go home to visit with me or anything, and they will see those women call me and they were like, what you going over there? Oh, these are my girls. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. These are my girls right here. Don't do it. Sylvia says, oh, she put a heart in 100. Lupot says, I'm real big on getting my own perception, of others before co-signing the judgment of others unless they are facts to already attest to a person's character. Scorpio says just because they are bad to someone else doesn't mean they didn't learn and wasn't afraid to educate others on not to be like them. That's good. I like that you said that. I'm gonna read it again because he said just because they are bad to someone else doesn't mean they didn't learn and wasn't afraid to educate others on not to be like them. That part. And also I wanted to add to that is my experience with a person may not be your experience with a person. And lots of times we have different experiences with people because we handle them differently. You know, if I was to handle her like everybody else handle her, my head would be on the chopping block like everybody else's. But that's not how I handle her. I handle her from a different aspect. They should try it. Try it. Hey beloved, thank you for coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Scorpio says just because they are bad. Oh, I just read that. Right. I'm sorry. She cooking a Mexican / American dish, Lupa, her own creation. What kind of butter is that?
So that's Land O'Lakes butter. I do butter and margarine mix when I cook corn, and it's got a dash of cumin. It's got pimentos, which pimentos is another form of tomatoes, white pepper, cilantro, pink salt, adobo, uh, badaya, Creole, and and a little garlic and the bell peppers. So I don't like a lot of water in my corn because I don't want to season it heavy. When you add water, of course, it's going to dilute it. So I'm going to steam this until it cooks and blends in the seasoning. I already got my hamburger meat done, which I just did a little taco seasoning, a little cumin, a little cilantro, uh, and pretty much the same seasoning profiles that I use for the corn. And next, I'm going to do some Mexican / American pinto beans too. So that's what y'all see me doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all got any questions for I'm chosen before I continue into the comments? Well, I guess I will have to continue into the comments before I can read that. Jazzy Red says, Miss White, I knew I was not doing what they were doing, but they were my friends and I love them. Absolutely. And real friends will tell you that. Real friends will say, don't do what I'm doing. Like the ladies used to tell me, look, it's time that Amber go live and don't tell me she going live. Because she know what she going to do and she don't want me involved. It's been times that they have been live and y'all seen it. Miss White ain't up here, or they would tell me a lie to get rid of me because they didn't want me associated with the mess. Y'all have seen it. I come in thinking I'm supporting. They're trying to get me far away from them. And I'm not offended. I understand. Like that, like Miss White going about your business now. We on some other shit today. We don't want you over here. I'm not offended. As a matter of fact, Amber has to tell me she going live most of the time because I don't even know. Let's see. Blessed Beyond Measure is speaking. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. Blessed Beyond Measure. She said, Beloved said, what is it? Because it look good. She's doing her
Thank
thing.
you.
Beloved says, you got to know Amber to understand she is the sweetest person. Look. When Amber first came on the scene, y'all, she was calling herself Amber the life coach. Do y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Amber gives great advice. Now, she might not follow it, but she can give some good advice. If you've talked to Amber on the back end, you know what I'm talking about. Amber will give you some great advice. Is Fashion Addict still in here? She know. Um Scorpio says, I remember that live when they gave you a detour and you didn't come back up. Exactly. Exactly, Scorpio. They try to keep me away from that stuff. Hey, Sexy Ray, thank you so much for coming in. They don't want me to be a part of that. And I'm not gonna say I got offended at first. I was just kind of confused. I didn't know what was going on, but then I caught on and I understood it. And I don't feel a way about that. But that tells me the genuineness that she has for me.
Right. Yep.
A lot of people may not know about that time, but you, Scorpio, remember they would tell me a lie so quick and get rid of me. Because they were about to be on their shit. And you know, you have to respect that. You have to respect that. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. One lick. And nobody else should be either. And damn sure shouldn't be stereotyping. Boo Love said it was just respecting you. Absolutely. Absolutely. But ain't it funny how people forget that stuff like that? They forget that. Because all people want to remember is the bad stuff. They don't want to remember nothing good. They want to have something to talk about. They want to see the black side of the feathers. They don't want to look at the blue. They want to see what's on top. They don't care what color the bird feathers are on the bottom. They don't care. But me, I'm a bird out of paradise. I'm a rarity, honey. I'm a rarity. How about that? I'm gonna drop the link, guys, too. Also, if somebody wants to come up, I don't even know why I'm dropping it because nobody never come up. But I'm gonna drop it anyway. If anybody wants to come up. Boo Love says they see it, they just don't care. Boo. It fits their narrative, right? They know, but they need it to fit their narrative of the picture that they are trying to paint at that moment. For the picture that's being painted at that moment. Yeah. That's a big part of that. And all I'm gonna say is
ready to connect.
Just keep on. Start instructions. Just keep on painting your narrative. At one point I was ready to go off. But I said, you know what, I ain't even you know, but it's easy to say, well, I ain't worried about that because I know who I am. Yeah, you can say that. But because you know who you are, it's offensive. It's offensive when you know who you are. To listen to somebody just spread negative light on your name. When you know better. Not only that you know better, but the people involved know better. And they know that they know better. And they watch it play out. And they watch it play out. Why? Because you don't want to look bad at that given moment, or you need to drag somebody else into your mess. Bula says, I'm chosen. Tell what's the name of what you cooking. It looks good. I be looking for different recipes to cook, or you just don't want to give your recipe away. You ain't got no name, sissy.
It's called concoction. No.
Gotcha.
So it's really not a name. I'm just making me a burrito. It's got some Mexican feel to it. I'm gonna add some corn and some pinto beans. I already did my hamburger meat. Who said that? Boo? Was it Boo Love?
Yes.
Yeah. And so told everything that I put in the corn and in the ground beef that I scrambled. I forgot to show you, I just added some onion and some butter. So that's what I'm doing. Let's see if you have to see it. Got the
That
steam.
do look good, girl.
So I'm
I
gonna let
love.
my juice cook out.
Mm, I'm hungry too.
Mhm.
I know last week when I cooked the shrimp and grits last week, and I challenged everyone to try the dish at home. Lou Pop posted a picture of her shrimp and grits, and she had some kind of fish on the side. I don't know what fish it was, but it looked it really, really good.
Steaming.
Yeah, and her dish almost looked just like mine, with the exception of the fish. Did you all see Lou Pop shrimp and grits? Did y'all see it? It was looking so good. I guess nobody didn't see it. But yeah, it was looking delish. Delish.
It might have been salmon. I think it was salmon, wasn't it?
No, I think she had some kind of fried fish with it.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Boo Love said hers looked good. Mm-hmm. And by the way, guys, today we will be doing a giveaway. We will be doing a giveaway. Mm-hmm. And I like to do them when it's just a small group in here, like it is now, with the loyal supporters that you know are here for you. So, as we continue to talk, I'm going to think about what it's going to be about or how we're going to do it. But we're definitely doing a giveaway. She said that was fried tilapia. My kids love tilapia. I'm not a big fan of it. Mm. I'm glad you said that. I got some bass. I think I'm gonna do some bass today. Scripture say, y'all are so sweet with those giveaways. Y'all be a blessing to people. That's what we're here for. And the good thing about it is you never know when we're gonna do it.
Do
You
it.
never know when we're gonna do it. But love, you can do that dish with sausage. You don't have to use you don't have to use shrimp. You can do sausage. It was somebody in the chat who said they use sausage.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yeah, it's that farm raised. The difference with tilapia is being that farm raised. I used to eat tilapia, but I don't now. Yep, yep, yep. Ooh, she said, "Now I love bass, Miss White. My dad goes bass fishing all the time, and he used to take me. Girl, bass done got so expensive. I got a little block about this big of bass. It's about that tall, about that big, and I think I paid $30 or $40 for it.
Wow. Damn.
But it's baby, that's some good fish. It's so meaty. The flesh on it is so good.
I don't think I ever had no bass.
Yeah, I got the babies get ready to bring me a piece so I can show you. Like it's very expensive, but it's good.
In that case, I'm sure I probably never had it. If it's very expensive.
It is expensive, but
Mm.
I love it. I'm gonna buy it
They don't
regardless.
sell it at the regular fish market, do they? Because I would have remember seeing it.
Yeah,
Fish market.
I eat bass and I eat red snapper. Yeah, them good fish. Mm, mm. Well, I'm getting excited thinking about it. I got some in the freezer. I just told the kids to go take it out for me because I'm gonna season that
Mm.
bad up. Mm, 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 mm. But
Mm.
listen, give me my yellowtail or red snapper, baby. Mm, mm. It is so good, girl. I just got excited thinking about it.
Mm-mm.
And I love seafood. I love fishes. I love fish, just seafood in general. But I can eat fish every day. She said, "Yes, Miss White, it's very expensive." And that's why when I want it, I just go raid my dad's freezer at his house because he fillets it and freezes it along with the snapper and the flounder. Yeah, I got a piece right here. I'm getting ready to show you, Lou Pop. Of course, y'all, I go to Costco and get mine. It is delish. Delish. Turn that light on right there for me. It is delish, delish, delish. Y'all like fish? They say it's brain food. And they say the fish is brain food, make you smart.
I'm ready to start my rice, y'all.
You cooking it stove top?
Yeah, my rice. Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, y'all. Can y'all see how this is 1.65 pounds at $24.99 a pound?
Dang,
Oh,
since we can't see it because of the green screen. Oh, I can see it now. How much was that? There we go. Dang, it looks meaty. It looks
it
good.
is. Turn it to the. I'm see if I can turn it to the side. Can you see the thickness on it?
Mm-hmm.
1.65 pounds. It costs $41.23 for a
How you gonna
pound.
cook it?
I don't know. I might put it in the oven or the air fryer. I might sear it, or I might put it on the small grill or something. But I eat it out, girl. I love it.
It looks good. Mm.
She said, "Y'all, I made some stuff on the roll ups one day, and OM to the G." I had to hang my head in a moment of silence because I love fish, guys. I love it. She says, "I'm like an hour from Key West, so when I want fresh fish, that's where I go." I'm jealous. An hour from Key West. Oh, you get all the good
Mm,
fresh stuff.
mm,
Girl.
mm. Lucky. Yes.
Now, bull up at Costco when they get this fish in, it comes in fresh. And I'll try to cook some as soon as I buy it. Then I'll put me some in the freezer. We mainly have it a lot during the summer months. But they have that red snapper all the time. She says, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Look, Pop, what you stuff it with? Yeah, I don't know that tool. Y'all, speaking of her rice, I made some rice in the power cooker for the first time.
How did it turn out?
Really good. I was very, very, very impressed. And I was like, damn, I can cook rice in 5 minutes.
Mm.
I was tickled. I was like, because I'm so old fashioned.
You say you made it in the air fryer?
No, in the pressure cooker,
Oh, the
the
pressure
XL,
cooker. Yeah.
the I got a Ninja XL pot or whatever it is. And I'm old school. I don't even use my dishwasher. It's just in there for display. Like that rice came out perfect. I was like, okay.
Mm.
I like rockfish too, and I can't think of a fish that I don't like.
I love
She said,
flounder.
"This live is so relaxing, Miss White and Miss Chosen. Thank you, Boo Love. That's our objective is to keep it light, and interesting for you all. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. It'll come back to me. Boo Love says spicy. What's rockfish?" And then Lupac said, "Have y'all heard of mudfish, sapelate, brim? All of those are also real popular here in Louisiana. We go fishing a lot here, y'all. My uncle smokes our mudfish and we put it in the smothered okra and the brim. Girl, let me tell you something. My dad used to catch some wide mouth brim all the time. Woo!
I'm gonna have to
Baby,
look that up.
you never
Rockfish.
had that?
I think I've seen it on the animal, just the National Geographic. If I'm not mistaken, it's a really hideous, ugly fish.
It's like a Sebastian. It had in the rocks. That's why they call it that. My scalp is itching so bad. What they call it, the Sebasticide or something like that, I think. She said lupot brim have too many bones. Girl, you gotta be a professional fish eater. Skim through them bones. And I grew up eating spots and crocus. We could eat through that fish and leave the bone on the plate like a cat.
Get a
We'd
bone
be
in
like,
your throat, just eat a little piece of white bread.
let it catch it. Girl, I love a catfish too. I like catfish now. Ooh, baby, don't play with my catfish.
Mhm.
Look, I like when people say, I want a fish with no bone in it. I'm like, all fish have bone. It's just how you fillet it. Yeah, I know Lupot down there in the woods, honey, but it's gotta be a heavily wooded area that Lupot live in for them. They getting brim. They getting brim, baby. Do y'all have the wide mouth brim, Lupot? Let me see, she say. Boo Boo Love, yes, they have a lot of bones, but my family fries them whole and hard and eat the bones with hot sauce and bread. Do y'all see me getting excited? Because I love fish. That's old school and country, but I don't eat those. Yeah, baby, that's old school, and that's how I grew up. Oh yeah, that's how I grew up. I grew up. My dad used to go catch them catfish, and I used to be mad as hell. And them brim. He would leave them in the sink, be like, get them fish out the sink. I don't touch that stuff, but we had to get it out.
My dad
And,
used to fish too.
and I remember cleaning the catfish. You know, the catfish, their skin is tough. We had to pull the catfish with pliers. When
Hmm.
you skin that catfish, you take them grip pliers, you pull that skin off, baby. My daddy would make the best catfish stew. It looked just like stew beef and rice. He would make the best catfish stew this side of the Mason County Dixie line, baby. Because that's one thing my daddy can do is cook, cook, cook. My dad could cook and bake. My mom could bake, but not like my dad. And when they were happy times, they did a lot of cooking in the kitchen together. But I grew up. My dad would catch rabbits and make rabbit stew, and he would take the fur and make us house shoes and all that stuff. That's how I grew up. That's how I grew up. She says, I done got too many in my throat. Please fillet my yellowtail or my red snapper. Lupa says, Miss White, yes, wide mouth and all. You gotta fish close to the bank to catch them brim, baby. You gotta stay close. And so you stay close on the bank, then you gotta fight with them damn snakes, honey. Woo! Spicy Brown says, has anyone tried the TikTok spaghetti? I haven't. What is the TikTok spaghetti, y'all? Y'all gonna tell us what the TikTok spaghetti is? I don't know what it is. I don't even go on TikTok, so how would I know? Spicy, I tried it with a spaghetti squash. It was good. Yeah, I've tried spaghetti squash. My mom used to make a squash pie. Have y'all tried squash pie? Anybody? I'm looking up what TikTok spaghetti is. Alfredo sauce mixed with spaghetti. So are you using the Alfredo sauce as opposed to the meat sauce, or are you making it with the meat sauce and then mixing Alfredo in? Because we eat a dang, it's something that me and my husband order from the Italian restaurant, and we get it mixed with white sauce and add a grilled chicken breast in it. What is that? He's asleep. I can't even ask him. I'm forgetting what it is. Yeah, and it's so simple. I can't even think of it. Oh, I see this TikTok spaghetti. She says, yes, I love all squash, baby. I got about 20 squash plants. I got every kind of squash you can imagine growing out there in my yard right now, baby. I even love a squash plant. I'm very fond of the squash plant. And what I love about the squash plant is when you go out in the morning, she's woke, she's bright, she has her flowers open to receive the sun and get a little bit of wind blowing for her. And then when the heat comes up, she folds up and goes back in. She's like, too much for me. Yeah. I'm one with my plants, guys. She says, I cheated though because I didn't want to learn how to make Alfredo. Girl, it ain't hard with that heavy whip. Oh, I forgot you're novice to cooking. But making Alfredo is real easy. She says, I love squash casserole. Absolutely. Mudfish are very soft fish, and because of its bone structure, it can't be filleted. So we smoke it and put it in the courgette. Garfish is also real popular here. Ciao. So you cook the noodles, ground meat, and tomato sauce and Alfredo sauce. I'm not sure, Scorpio. I was asking because I don't know about the TikTok spaghetti. I eat any kind of Lou. I eat fish, baby. I don't discriminate. I'll eat any kind of fish. I love fish. I can't think of a fish that I haven't liked. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's one. And I used to manage a seafood restaurant. I used to manage Red Lobster. So, yeah, I can't think of a fish that I didn't like. Are you sneaking up here? No, baby. Please go away. Garfish, don't it taste like it's kind of alligator-y tasting, like, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it has that alligator taste. Yeah, send us a picture of your dish. Let me see, love. You might be one of the best cooks around, Scorpio. You put your mind to it. It's probably not that you can't cook. You probably have never tried to assert yourself. Now, I got a sister, honey. She can burn water. She can't cook. Yeah. Yeah, that's the garfish. That's why I say it reminds me of the alligator taste. You didn't like alligator? She says, no, I can't eat that. I didn't like alligator. She says, cooking now. My grandkids are coming over tomorrow. I'm making the TikTok spaghetti, baked, have chickens, cabbage, meatballs, rice. I'm sorry, garlic rice, broccoli rice pudding, and strawberry pies. Oh, girl, you in there throwing down.
Right.
She doing the thing.
Mm-hmm. You should send us a picture or plate it so we can highlight you, girl. I gotta tell y'all something funny real quick. So I'm doing my pinto beans, and I pour the juice off of it, drain it, and then I add beef broth to it. You can do beef or chicken, but this is the kind of stuff my Mexican son keeps in the cabinet, right? So the pinto beans, they come in jalapeno flavor too. These, if you don't want to fix them from beginning, like these are the best pinto beans, right? Season them however you want to do it. But I opened up his peppers. I told you he like hot stuff. What did I just do? Oh. I opened up his peppers because he had some of these in the cabinet, and my son just walked by and showed me his text message. It was in Spanish, of course, but I knew to laugh because I knew he was gonna fuss because I opened up his peppers and I just tasted one, and because I had put one in my pinto beans. Honey, I'm gonna pull this pepper right on up out because it is hot. My mouth is burning right now just from tasting it.
Let me see the can of beans again, sis. I've never had beans in a can.
They're Mexican beans. Put on this camera. And they come with jalapeno ones. The jalapeno ones are even too hot for me, really. So I just said I want a little spice to it. I don't know what possessed me to go in the cabinet and pull his stuff out because I should have known it was going to be fire ass hot, burn your asshole hot. But these are so good. Like you can literally cook them with some smoked meat and like beans and cornbread. If you don't want to do it the long way, honey, you can season these so they are so freaking good. Like I love them. They are delicious. But I just have to tell you that.
I'm gonna have to see, girl. I've never had a bean out the can.
Woo, these are the only beans I've had out the can and the only beans I like. I've had the refried beans in the can because that's what I was gonna do. One time I was looking for some good beans to smush up. I don't like the El Paso and all that. And then, of course, I was being lazy and didn't want to cook no beans in a crock pot. So my son-in-law turned me on to these. My bonus son turned me on to these, and from there you can make refried beans. You could just do whatever you want with them, honey. They are so bomb.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. You know, I'm country. I be wanting to get in. I cook. I be wanting to soak my beans, all my peas. But I might try it.
I
Because
love
says
short.
Miss White, yes, ma'am. Hence the word alligator. Bar. Yeah. Mhm. Scorpio says, I am a fast cook. I don't like to be in the kitchen all day because once I'm done, I don't want to eat.
Right.
I don't eat a lot after I cook either. She said, what's your Instagram name? I'll put it in the chat. Hey, Jipper Chat showing support. Hey, Kayla. Thank you for coming in. Some people are speaking one layer of spaghetti with Alfredo sauce, all topped with spaghetti sauce. I'm definitely gonna try that. Let me give her my Instagram right quick. Bear with me a second, guys. I gotta get my Instagram. Gotta get my Instagram for the lady. I need to do better with my social media stuff, but I don't. I just don't. Don't ask me why. I'm pitiful. I guess I just put it under here. What is it? No. Look at me some more. No. What is my underscore miss period underscore white? There you go. That's my Instagram name there for you, Scorpio. Scorpio Goddess, you make your Alfredo sauce and mix with spaghetti pasta topped with your spaghetti sauce and mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that because we make regular spaghetti, but I put pepperonis, well, turkey pepperoni in it. I put chicken chunks in it, like grilled chicken, different kind of chickens. I chop up into the spaghetti. And sometimes I might put a little squash. But yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. Hmm. She said she's about to send 2 pics. I can't wait to see them, y'all. I'm excited. While we waiting on her to send me those pictures. What you putting in the pans now, sissy?
So I just poured my corn. I have to make sure it wasn't on me. I just poured my corn in this pan,
Oh, the
and
corn.
yeah, the
Oh,
corn. Mm-hmm. It smells so good. Now I got my rice on and my beans on, and I'm trying to think. I'm gonna cut up, put my lettuce out. Got avocado. I got my sour cream out because I like sour cream room temperature. I don't want no. I don't like cold sour cream. I don't even like cold salad dressing. I don't even like cold salad for real. But yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
I put the link there for you, Scorpio. I don't know what I got on. What I got on there? A blue jean something maybe? Yeah, that's me. That's me, girl. So you waiting on the rice. And what else you were waiting on, you
Also, I
said?
add more liquid to my rice. That's why I use chicken broth. Um, because I like my rice to be really fluffy and tender. I don't give me no hard grain rice, hard kernel, not kernel, hard rice grain. But I just added a little bit of more broth, and then I turned the eye down really low to let it finish cooking. I brought it to a boil. Now I got my pinto beans on, and I think I'm gonna cut up a potato too, so I can do some taco fries also. I'm gonna cut up a potato and fry a potato at the end though. So that's where we at.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you, had you ever had a taco hot dog? Because we was talking about hot dogs the other day. You were upper, and I meant to ask you, had you ever had a taco dog? It's a thing here where we at. I don't know if
I've
it's
had I've had a hot dog with, the lettuce, tomato, lettuce and tomato, not lettuce. Why do I keep saying with the tomato, ketchup, mustard, onions, and tomatoes diced on it and relish?
no, they're not a taco dog.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Then Lupin says
It's
I
just
can't
a
stand.
hot dog that got everything that you would put on a taco is on the hot dog, including the hamburger meat or pulled pork or whatever kind of taco you
Mm.
like.
Well, I can see that because I make homemade chili to put on my hot dog, and that's ground beef in there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Have you ever made turkey chili? And turkey tacos, turkey chili, turkey tacos. My family don't care for it, but I find that turkey tacos with them latino shells, baby, warmed up, you can eat like I can slam them down and forget to put cheese on it, and I'll be like, dang, I ain't put no cheese on there, but they are still good. So I love some turkey, ground turkey tacos too. Scorpio sent her picture.
Yeah, they be getting on me here. I have that. Oh, okay. There we go. Hi, Robin. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome, my love. Oh, Lupat says I cannot stand no mushy or hard rice. It has to be perfect, or I won't eat it. I only cook. Well, let me back up. I used to only cook Uncle Ben's rice, but now Costco has a Kirkland brand rice that, man, you can't even really tell the difference between it and Uncle Ben's. What kind of rice y'all cook?
I just do whatever. I'm from the rice capital of the world, so it don't make me no never mind, as my grandma would say. It don't make me no never mind.
You cook any kind of rice?
Yep. I don't like brown rice. I do not. I can't do it. I don't like brown rice though. Slightly wild rice, like nah. But I'll eat it. But just brown rice, no. I'm getting hot, child. I'm getting hot. Hot in here.
Lupat says I only eat jasmine rice, but I was brought up on medium grain. Yeah, I like long grain. Long grain rice.
If you're a rice eater, more than likely, it's packaged from where my grandma broke her body down working at a rice mill. Yeah, I'm from literally Google rice capital of the world, and it'll tell you where I was raised at and from. And they like to duck hunt every year too, deer hunt every year. It's really known for big fairs and stuff. For it to be such a small little country town.
You was raised in the rice field, girl. I was raised in the tobacco field. We did
Really?
tobacco.
Ain't that so?
Cucumbers, blueberries,
Mhm.
strawberries. God, almighty knows.
Did y'all have frogs? A lot of frogs where you was raised at in the
Yeah,
field?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to catch frogs all the time, like jar full of frogs.
I hate frogs, and a frog got in the kids' pool. A frog got in the pool the other day, and the kids were trying to get somebody to go get it out, and I said, "Nah," I said, "The cat, not that frog will stay in that damn pool if I
Get
got to go
somebody
get
else to do it.
it."
I said, get somebody else to do it. You're not getting a
Get
frog.
somebody else to do it, honey. Oh, I said, how did the frog get in that big ass pool? Let's say the frog could jump 8 feet, Mama. I said, what? Mm-mm.
Said you didn't have a clue. Shit.
Oh, y'all, hold on. I got to help her for a second.
What y'all cooking tomorrow?
I don't know what I'm gonna cook tomorrow, girl. I think I'm gonna do some roast and potatoes and something.
Mm.
I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna cook. I don't know, but I might do some. I don't know. No, I'm changing my mind because I'm gonna make some. I'm gonna make some cube steak and gravy with some
Mm.
probably some rice or mashed potatoes, some collard greens, and potato salad.
Mm. You
Mm.
just really love to tease me. Oh God. Y'all hear me? She loved to tease me. Like seriously. She
How's that
tortures,
taste?
she tortures me. Mm.
You know, the food truck has been down since the storm. And honey, I have to remember that my husband be wanting that potato salad, baby. I have to stay on it.
You say you want that potato salad?
Yeah.
I love, ooh, I could just eat potato salad if it's good. And I messed up my dang old potato salad I had made for, what was it, Memorial Day? I didn't have any relish. So I was using my pickles and thought I had put enough pickles in there, but honey, it was straight trash. I'm like, I ate a little bit of it just to tolerate it. Wasted the ingredients, but then I was looking at the refrigerator earlier and boom, relish. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Yeah,
Girl, you can't be messing up no potato salad now.
I
You could have
know. Ooh, so mad. It made me, I
you
was
know.
thinking about Christmas. Have you ever did a Christmas potato salad? It's really called Christmas potato salad.
Maybe it's called maybe we call it something else.
Girl, it's got Marciano cherries in it, pineapples, And the first time I ever saw it, I said, "What the hell?" It was before I even had kids. It was only one person in my husband's at the time family that had ever
Mm-hmm.
made it for reunions, and she started making it for all the reunions because everybody loved it. Baby, that potato salad was fire.
I never had it. I've never had it. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Because I just thought about it. We talking about potato salad. I said I'm gonna have to Google that.
Mm.
Hola, my bonus son here, y'all. He looking at me. I said,
He gonna get you.
I know, right?
He gonna handle you, huh? Let me see. I had on a little green frog on my chair on my porch, and I wanted to sit outside last night. So I told my other son it was a green grass snake, so he could go get it.
Who's that? Who did it?
Look, I don't mess with nothing amphibious, and you would think that as much as I'm outside in the yard in the garden, that I would be for it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a story. Last summer, I was on the phone with my insurance company, and I was fussing at them about
I
something.
knew it was Blue Park.
And I was going in. You hear? I was going in on this man on the phone. And I looked down and I saw a snake. So mind you, I'm just now yelling at this man, right? I looked down. Ooh, y'all, Spicy sent me her food. Spicy, you cutting up, girl. That look good. Can
Me
I show the
too.
picture, Spicy? So, um, I'm talking junk to the man and everything, and I look down and I see that snake, and I just start jumping straight up and down. And y'all, I'm gonna tell you what I was saying. I was like, "Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me!" Ah, screaming, "Ah, it's coming, fuck me!" The man was like, "Miss White,
Yeah.
Miss White, oh God!"
Lord, have
Everybody was
mercy.
running outside because I was screaming so hard and so loud. I was like, "Fuck me, fuck me!"
No, you
I
weren't. No, you weren't.
The snake started coming towards me. My husband said it's because I was making so much noise. I said, fuck that noise. I was going off and I was running around in circles. I couldn't get past because he was between the
Mm-hmm.
pool. He was between the pool and the walkway. And I was
Wow.
just screaming, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me.
Dang,
They came
how
up.
big was it?
Girl, that snake was long.
Mm-mm.
That snake was at
Oh,
least
like that
um,
too. Mm-mm. No. No.
let me tell
Okay.
you something. I keep snake away out. And see, I know they'll like go up under my cabbage leaves and roll up.
Oh.
Um they'll roll up under squash plants and all of that. So when I go out, if I'm out, look, first of all, it's hard for me to go outside in the garden without sending somebody out first to go make some noise. I'm just being honest.
Mhm.
If it's an incident where I have to, I'll go out and make a whole bunch of noise first. Hitting stuff. So if I went out there, it'll go away.
Right.
But I was outside just running my mouth talking junk to that man, baby. And I looked down and saw that snake.
Mm-mm.
And it was on.
So my mama said when she was 9 months pregnant with one of my siblings, honey, because she saw a snake in the backyard. She ran and jumped over a fence and everything. She was gone.
I did accept it, mommy. I see your pictures. Your pictures. I just said it was beautiful, girl. You did a good job. You got your garnishment up there and everything. I asked you, can I show the people?
Yeah, we want to see, girl. We want to
She said
see.
he was mad at me for getting him out of his bed for that. She said, "Does anyone eat frog legs?" I don't care for frog legs. I had them once. As you know, they do kind of like chicken taste, but I think it's just the fact that they're a frog, and I don't like frogs, so I just stay away. She says, "I made cube steak and gravy last night." I did accept your request. Scorpio, and I see your food, baby. I see them shrimps and I said, I want to show the people. She said, Miss White, all that screaming, your ass should have been running. I couldn't get by because my yard is fenced in. And from the area he had, where he was at, I could only, I could, I had already walked past the pool. So I had to come back past the pool to get by. It was nowhere else for me to run, and I couldn't jump the fence. That ain't you? Who talking to me? Scorpio.
Now, Scorpio, I need to see those pictures, girl.
Oh Lord, look. This somebody else in the chat talking to me. I'm sorry, love. Oh, that's Spicy's Spicy's picture. Okay, let me back up, y'all. I be having my little dingy moments now, y'all. Okay. I'm on it now. I'm on it. So I'm over here giving somebody else instructions, not realizing it was two different pages. My apologies. My apologies. So that's somebody else's dish. Oh, that's pretty though. Okay. She said, yeah, but I couldn't run, Lupa. I was all out of options. I had to either jump over that fence or come back by that snake. But I will tell y'all, I was getting ready to jump that fence. My daughter was saying, Ma, no, you can't jump that fence. I was like, the hell if I can't. Oh my God. Y'all, they laughed at me for a whole week. Lord Jesus. Jesus. Honey, I don't play with nobody's snake.
Right.
Ma'am, ain't gonna do it.
Just...
Ooh, wee. He said, baby, take me to the king if I see a snake. I was on my way to the afterlife because I probably would have hung myself trying to jump that fence. You can't jump the fence. And my husband, of course, was in his sleep. The kids had to go get him up. Honey, get your daddy, get your daddy. She said, I'm gonna get him, Mama, but you can't jump the fence. She's like, Johnny, go get your daddy. She gonna jump this fence. So I was a hot mess, child. Lord have mercy.
That is crazy.
Okay, we figured out the page. She says, Lupa says, Spicy Brown, I love them, but I can only eat them fried. So what happened to the snake, honey? Hubby had to come fight with that snake because I won't have it.
At all.
And I can't swim. So I couldn't jump in the pool on the other side to get around. So y'all, I got a whole pool and can't swim a lick. Straight to the bottom like a rock.
And you got a pool?
Yeah, them kids being I can't child no. Ain't killing me. Hubby has tried to teach me how to swim so many times. He be like, you so damn hard headed.
Are you scared? Are you scared you're gonna? Is it because you got like fear of drowning? Like, do you pay attention to husband?
He said I don't listen. He said I don't listen. He be like, you so damn hard headed, you don't listen. I said,
wait till you learn how. You gonna love it.
He said, don't try to do nothing. Just listen to me. You're trying on your own. That's the problem.
Right. My mama can't swim no either. So
He said, I don't want to know how to swim. You want to learn and you won't listen.
That's
why I still don't know. I still can't swim. Yeah, I see Spicy Brown now. I got it together. She said she about to send her pictures. She said it's either jump the fence or take me to the king. Baby, that snake was big too. Oh my God. Let me see. Oh girl, I see her with the chicken and corn and spaghetti. TikTok spaghetti with air fried chicken breasts and corn. Okay. Both of them. Okay, yeah, they
Yeah,
said I could.
Mexicans like this. I like it too. I'm American. Try this
You
on
what?
your next taco. I was telling them try this kind of cheese. My bonus son loves this cheese on like all his food pretty much, and he is a cheese head. He puts cheese on everything. Mozzarella cheese, he just eats it all day. He just loves cheese. But this is it's real fine. Let me show y'all. Let me see if you can see. It's kind of like a little bit thicker than Parmesan, but
What kind of cheese is that? I gotta check that out.
Cocohota. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but you know.
Okay, Spicy Brown said I can share hers. Give me a second. I gotta transfer it over here. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I gotta go pay my water bill. I'll be right back.
How pronounce tortilla? Told y'all saying it wrong. Tortilla. Tortilla. Their room is on the side, y'all. By the kitchen, so they're the camera side. So nobody want to come up and chat with us? Let's see what y'all talking about. Yeah, my rice is pretty much done. I turned it off and just got the lid on there still. Let's see. Scorpio Latte sent her pictures. Spicy. What you can only eat fried, Lupa? And hello to all of my babies in the chat. I know some of y'all came in late after I said hi and after I said I love you. Y'all came in afterwards. So I'm telling you now, hi, and I love you. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. That's it, that's all. You see the jump to fence, so I'm gonna show y'all my stuff real quick while Sissy's paying her water bill. Hope I don't mess up the phone like I did last time. Let's see. Mmm. Now what is that? Girl, that is looking good. Okay. Yeah, you need to get your butt on this panel and cook with one of us. Don't forget on the weekend of the 15th, Sissy needs a co-host because my mom and dad will be celebrating their 50th year wedding anniversary. And then my sister has a birthday on this month. Her birthday's the 11th, so I'm not sure when we're going to be celebrating her birthday because she's going on a trip, her and her husband. What else is going on? One of my friends is having some kind of workshop. Um, one of these Saturdays in June coming up. So yeah, a lot going on in June. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna try to show y'all what's going on. Oops. Okay, there's the rice. Mm. Ooh, there's the rice. I just took the lid off. I think I can see it. Let me see. There we go. Rice and beans. I'm gonna turn these off because they are definitely already done. But I just wanted that the seasons to incorporate good. Garlic, onion, jalapeno pepper, um, little salt, white pepper is all I put in on those beans. I think. Pretty much. Let's see. Next step. I'm gonna transfer stuff off the stove so I can get ready to cut my fries up and make my burrito. I'm gonna slice this avocado up, and that's it. So back to Sissy. I'm gonna go on mute because it might get a little noisy. Is Sissy on stage? No, she ain't even up here yet. I'm tripping. Oh, there she go.
Here I go. Here I go. Here I
Yeah,
go.
go.
So look at y'all. What do y'all think about this here dish this lady made? Especially brown girl, you did that. Yeah, I'm finna make me go cook that. Y'all about to make me go and cook that. Let me see. Mm-hmm. She's oh, she said I could share hers too, guys. So I'm gonna leave that up there for a second while I share Scorpio. Scorpio says she can't cook, y'all, but I don't look like she can't cook to me. Don't look like it to me, love. How about that? Let me share hers. Now, anybody, if y'all have a dish that y'all want us to show and share for y'all, we'll be happy to. Mm-hmm. Give me a moment while it comes up on the screen. Sometimes it come right through, and then sometimes it take its sweet baby Jesus time, child. Okay, let's see. So this was Spicy Brown's dish here. Come down and grab the other one. Let's see. That looks so good. I'm sorry, y'all. It's taking a sweet time coming up. It's on another kind of time. It's on colored people time. Y'all know what that means, huh? Let's see here. Where are you at? Okay, I know what to do. No worries. I got it. She sent me two, guys. So what she did was she sent one of the actual whole dish, and then she sent another one. Looks like, oh no, she said two separate occasions. So yeah, two separate occasions. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm supposed to stop that one and then start this one. That's why y'all can't see it. Y'all just pray for me, okay? Don't judge me. Just pray for me. Y'all see that? That's one from Scorpio Latte. She said that's some TikTok spaghetti with air fried chicken breast and corn. And then I'm gonna put her whole dish up because she sent it to me. I think it's a whole dish, maybe. Am I saying that correct? I think I'm saying that correct. Maybe I'm not, but I think I am. Hmm. And here's the other one, guys. This is also the main dish, well, the whole dish. I'm assuming from spicy. This is spicy browns. She said, "Oh, my kids don't like that green stuff. They some haters." She said they haters. Let me go back to the comments. Um, Robin says yummy, and Sexy Ray put some fire emojis. Scorpio says spicy brown. What was this that you cooked? And she replied, Spicy Brown, what was that you cooked? She said, oh, dang, I broke it. Not sure what she broke. Oh, what is that on the screen? TikTok spaghetti, she says. Scorpio says, oh my goodness, kids don't like the green stuff. They some haters. Yours look good. Yeah, the whole dish was the first time. She said, I see mine's, not Spicy's. I made it last Saturday, but making it again as we speak. I sent pics tomorrow. I'll send pics tomorrow, Miss White. Okay. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm gonna try it too, y'all. I might cook it next Saturday. As a matter of fact, I'll cook it Saturday for my turn next week. Maybe some people in the chat can cook it with us. Yep. What you doing now, sissy? What you got going? I heard you say your rice was done and you was letting it rest.
Okay. I had guacamole on my finger. The reason I didn't put no gloves on, not guacamole, avocado, is because the gloves I didn't want to I wanted to kind of stay intact. So right now I put a little lemon juice on my avocado, so keep it from turning black or brown. Because once you cut them, baby, they do change. So
like apples.
Yeah, so that's all I'm doing right now. Everything's done. I showed them my rice already when you want to pay your water bill. Showed them the beans. So now I'm getting ready to cut up some potatoes and get that started. But in the meantime, I'm also going to be getting ready to put my burrito together in just a minute. Yeah, give me a minute. Plus, I got to pay my water bill too. So.
Hey, Amber. Amber.
Yeah.
She says she's having a self-care day. And for those of y'all who don't know, like Sissy said, you can use lemon juice to keep your fruits from browning when you cut them, or you could just simply use Sprite.
What you say, Tristan?
I was just letting them know that you can use Sprite in addition to lemon juice.
Oh, yeah.
To keep your fruit from browning when you cut it.
Or 7-Up.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that.
Anything with acid, pretty much.
When we do fruit trays, I like to use the Sprite so the fruit don't catch much of that flavor from the lemon. I like to use Sprite, but when I do the fruit trays, they will my apples. If I use apples on one, they'll turn so fast. So I started using that Sprite, and I make some beautiful trays. So I can't show y'all because I lost my Facebook page. I was hacked and I can't get my page back. 15 years worth of work down the drain.
I can't believe they can't get your page back, though. That's crazy.
And let me tell you, yesterday I Googled how to get your Facebook or whatever it was I Googled. And these numbers came up. These phone numbers came up. You know you can't talk to nobody on Facebook. But these numbers came up saying that they can help you get your Facebook page back. But really what it is a scam. It's a scam and they try to take remote control of your device so they can get your banking information. So I called the number. Me and my husband was riding in the car. He didn't know what was going on. I just fucking with him. I called the number and they walked me through this whole thing. It was like, yeah, your account is being used in 3 different places. One in China, one in Ohio, and one in North Carolina. You know, they was going on and I was listening to them. And I played along like I was believing he was helping me. So he tells me to download the app Indigus app or whatever it was called, so they could take control of my device. So I said I downloaded the app, which I did, but then it's a code that comes up with a PIN number that they need. And once you give them that PIN number, they take control of your device. So he says, I need the 6-digit PIN, and I made up a PIN. He kept putting it in. He says, it's not working. I said, so sir, I gave you the PIN number. He said, it's not working. He says, it's a reason you didn't give me the right PIN number. What is the reason? Are you afraid to give me the right PIN number? I said, no, I'm not. He says, you have to be afraid to give me the right PIN number. Why won't you give me the right PIN number? And I says, maybe you're afraid that you didn't know that I was smart enough to give your motherfucking ass my. I just cussed it. I went off. I did. I was being petty. But yeah, they was trying to take control of my device to get your information. And I played along with him, and he really thought he had it. You know how back in the day when a guy would ask you for your phone number, you'd be like 704-739. You thought you had it. You know, it was a thing we used to do back in the day. So it reminded me of that. I felt like being petty. I didn't feel good either.
Did you watch the
He
Beekeeper
thought he
yet?
had it too, honey. He thought he was getting that PIN number to get in my phone.
These people are something else.
Yeah,
Damn
it's
it.
something.
Make sure you watch the Beekeeper.
The who?
The Beekeeper. The Beekeeper. The movie with the guy that plays in the Meg. I love him. I think his name is Jason something. But he plays in the Meg. As a star. He plays in the a lot of action movies. I can't think of his damn name right now. But Felicia Rashad is in there. She's in there, and it's a damn good movie. For it to be, you can rent it on Prime. I don't know if it's free yet, but when it first came out, I rented it. But yeah, it's pretty good. It was worth the whatever the little $5.99 or $4.99 it was.
You said it's a good one to be what?
It was well worth renting because some of the movies you may as well buy them. They want you to rent them. You may as well just buy them. But there was like $3.99 or $4.99, something like that, to rent it. But it was well worth it. So it might be free now.
I have Prime, but I stream through Hulu. And what I have found with Hulu is those shows that are advertised that come up on the screen when you first, there'll be some really good movies. That's how
They
I got
do.
into the Black Cake. Have y'all seen Black Cake?
Is that the love story?
Yeah, kind of is. We kind of talked about it one time before. I wish some more people could. Hey, Miss Lasanda, thank you for coming in. Could get it because I would really love to do a dive on this movie. It's a fiction. I think it's fiction, but it was about a little black girl. She was from the Bahamas and she was a swimmer. And her goal, her dream, she wanted to come to the U.S. to compete. She wanted to be a swimmer, but her dad was Asian and her mother was black, well, Bohemian, and her dad had a gambling problem. And one day her mom was just gone. They never said why the mom was gone in the beginning. So her daddy was raising her, but her dad had got into debt and he owed some of the mobsters. So he married his daughter off in exchange for the money. And the little girl didn't want to marry the older man. She actually had a young boy her age that she was madly in love with. They were all swimmers, but her daddy married her off. And the night of the wedding, the man died. Someone had poisoned the man, and it was a mystery if she had did it, if the boyfriend had did it, or the housekeeper, which was the nanny that helped her dad raise her, or her best friend. So it was between four people. She went on the run. When she went on the run, she got into a train accident. She took the identity of someone who passed away on the train. And she went somewhere. She tried to get a job. She did get a job. And the white man raped her. And she became pregnant with her first child in the U.S. by herself with no family, no friends, no nothing. So after the movie starts, she finds that she has cancer. So she begins to do this diary dialogue through audio to her children, and she started telling her life story. Yeah, it's a very, 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 very good series. Has anybody seen it? Black Cake is what it's
I
called.
thought I had, but no, I was thinking about this movie about this the girl that had married to Robin Thicke, that actress, where she fell in love with the man over in Italy or France, maybe, and he ended up getting cancer and dying of cancer. But that's the movie I thought you were talking
Oh no, I don't know what that is. I cannot believe that my people are not on this movie. Let me see if I can find where y'all can watch it at. It's called Black. Am I saying it wrong? Let me look at my Yeah, I think that's what Chosen was talking about from scratch. That was very good too.
Yeah, that's it.
But from scratch was good. But this right here, I can't believe y'all. Let me make sure I'm not saying it wrong because I could be saying it wrong. But even if I was saying it wrong, y'all would have known the story immediately. Yeah, Black Cake. Her name was Eleanor. And it is one, two, how many episodes is it? 8 episodes, guys. Let me see if I can find it to show y'all. It might be on Netflix. Let me check my Netflix. Hold on, y'all. I'm checking. Y'all you must not have Hulu because it pops up all the time on Hulu. And I don't see it on what you may call it. What's it called? Netflix. I don't see it on Netflix. Oh my god, y'all! The movie was so good. It was by Miss Charmaine Wilkerson. Oprah backed this movie too. It was really, really good, y'all. I cannot believe nobody has seen this thing on movie.
I remember hearing about it, but I'll have to watch it. Black Cake.
If y'all can find it, even if you got to get the little free version of Hulu just to watch it, it is very, very good, y'all. It is very good.
I'm gonna check it out.
It is very good. It'll make you cry, and her son he becomes a scientist of some sort or something, and he keeps getting looked over for a promotion that he's more than qualified for because he's black. And the daughter ends up dating a white man that's beating the snot out of her. The son ends up almost losing his position because he beat the man up. That's her when she was younger. Y'all see the and that's her best friend to the left. So they didn't know who did the crime, so on and so forth. But yeah, it is so good. That's the two children as they were grown, listening to the audios of how their mother became. That's their new sister that they finds out about. That's her on the wedding night. That's her.
She's pretty.
Yeah, I don't know her name as an actress, but she did a great damn job. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
ready to make my fries.
a great, 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 great. That's the wedding night here. That this old, y'all see this old man? That's who her daddy married her off to. That's who her dad married her off to. I'm just kind of trying to go through the pictures and give y'all a hypnosis. That's her and her best friend coming home after practice one night. That's her daddy that sold her off. Those are her kids. That's another picture of her as a young girl. This picture that's here is her on her wedding night running into the water to run away. Because after the man dropped dead, she leaves running. And you see the picture of the black cake because it's a meaning behind the black cake and a recipe that her mom had left. So, guys, it is a must see. I cannot believe y'all don't know nothing about this movie.
Mhm.
No, I'm trying to make somebody know.
Shit, we was so deep into the saga. Shit, we missed everything. It's about. When did it come out?
November of last year. This is her and her little boyfriend on the swing. Is she not beautiful, whoever she is?
She is gorgeous, honey.
I don't know who she is.
I've never seen her before.
That's mom is she older. Telling her she was older about to die, telling her childhood stories. Mom was still a surfer. She became a surfer. Even in her old age, she was still surfing because she just loved the water. Yeah. So I don't know how to find it outside of Hulu, but guys, this would be a great, 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 great pickup for us to talk about this thing right here and how we can relate to a lot of the things that happen through this movie in our real lives.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, Jeez.
I need me something good and cold to drink now.
Cold. I don't like cold drinks. I drink my drinks room temperature. So you making fries?
Yeah, I put the fries on, but I'm going to start my burrito in a minute. As soon as I get some of this shit out of my way, some of this stuff out of my way. Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna do taco fries. A little bit. I mean, or so I'm gonna put some tacos on some fries. You know how you make chili cheese fries?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like taco fries. Anytime you can put some meat and some cheese on some fries, baby. It's just a little concoction I made up in my head. My son over
Okay.
here talking about what I'm cooking some fries for.
He said, "What you cooking for who?"
They say you making some fries? What'd you say? This is like American Mexican.
Was that a Costco paper towel you were using?
It was.
Have
Yes.
you washed dishes with them yet?
I have. Yep. I
Told
have.
you,
Yep.
you can wash dishes with them
Kristen got
Costco.
me going to Costco's, y'all. You know the Costco's now.
If y'all ever get a chance to go to Costco, go buy some of them paper towels, baby. I wash dishes with them paper towels and everything, and you can wring them out and hang them up and let them dry.
Yep. You can put bleach on them. They don't disintegrate.
They need to pay me for a commercial, honey.
Right. I was just gonna say that.
They
Okay.
need to pay me for a commercial. Now
So,
listen, all the cooking and everything I do, I can't wrap no burrito. My kids say I can't do easy stuff in the kitchen, like cooking out of a box. Epic fail.
Ooh,
Epic
I
fail.
love it when I can take a shortcut, baby.
I
But
can't cook out boxes and cans. It's horrible. They be like, Mom. One time I made some shake and bake. It's been a while ago. The kids said, Mom,
oh no, no
don't you
dressing,
shake?
none of that stuff. Mm-mm.
They said, don't you shake or bake nothing else in this
Ever
house
again,
ever
ever.
again.
Okay, should I do two burrito shells to make a big one, or should I do a small one, or should I do three and make a super big one?
I
Okay.
don't know. That's your level of expertise. I don't do the whole burrito and stuff. I eat them, but I don't know how to make them.
Okay.
Child, I have
So,
to buy the taco shells that stand up because I'll make a mess.
yeah, I love enchiladas. I already decided that's going to be the theme for my grandchild when we have the baby shower. It's going to be enchiladas because my daughter loves my enchiladas. You know, I got to wrap some things. So we're going to have all kinds of clothes. All right, yes. I got to just figure out what I do. So I'm going to do a little, what's this go? Cheese, left me. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on the inside, a little Mexican cheese, a little American shredded crust, Mexican blend cheese. I'll start it like that. I said a little bit, but it really meant a lot. Okay, my hamburger meat down.
Yeah, it's a root beer. A-N-W. I'm going to quit one day, y'all.
Mhm. No caffeine. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there's no caffeine in root beer.
Okay, sissy, so I put my cheese down closer to the shell. I put my meat on top. I put the Mexican cheese, the cojota, as my son-in-law pronounces it. How you pronounce it, William? Cotija. Put my cotija. Okay, and then my rice. Okay, rice, my yellow rice seasons, and it's I tasted it, y'all. This rice is so bomb. It's so bomb. Still hot. Put my corn. I gotta get my beans. I'm deciding if I want to do my beans on top or in, but I want to put some in.
I just want to see how you going to fold that because there ain't nothing left. I'm just excited to see you fold it.
Okay.
Now, while she doing it, y'all, I said I was going to make the TikTok spaghetti next week, but if y'all think of something else, let me know. Oh, girl, I can see the steam coming up out of that.
Yes. I got to move some of this stuff out of my way. I got stuff everywhere, y'all. One of these days, my son is gonna have me in a house with a big old kitchen.
Honey, that's just more mess to make. Trust.
I just need kitchen room. Like y'all know, half of my stuff is in storage that I use for my baking and cooking and cookies and cakes and like, well, I just want all my stuff to be able to fit. I want all my stuff to be able to fit in the closet neatly and all my stuff to fit in the kitchen. neither. That's all I ever wanted.
Honey, after I cook on Saturdays, the kids clean up behind me. I have to pay them though.
My kids will help me sometimes. If I say mommy's tired, I need to rest. I'm like,
Girl,
okay,
that's a
mama.
big old dang on burrito. Oh, you
I might
feeding
need
it.
to do 3 shells. I know my family, if they watching us, I know they gonna want one. And it's big, but like one burrito, like
Connect.
it's gonna fill you up. Like seriously.
Girl, that's a
Right
monster right there.
there on down. Oh, of course, little stuff might fall out, and that's okay because I'm gonna eat it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the skillet because I want to toast my burrito just a little bit, and then when I put it in the skillet and start toasting it, then I'm gonna get ready to plate it when it's ready to come out and do my toppings on top of it, y'all. So hold on. Okay, I told you I was gonna eat this, didn't I? So watch me eat it.
They said, "How you gonna fold it, chosen?" And
Mm.
Scorpio said, "Yeah, ain't no way you gonna eat that burrito in one session."
Okay. No, I ain't. I don't know. Sometimes, like, what I eat yesterday? I ate a bowl from Chick-fil-A. They sell mac and cheese. Remember, I told you they got good mac and cheese. If you want to not fix your own, you just got to taste for it. So that's
Mm-hmm.
all I had yesterday. Was like this size mac and cheese, like that size bowl. That's all I had. So I got room today.
So you're gonna toast it on the skillet and then add more toppings on top.
Let me take the phone and show y'all. Okay. Yeah, see it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got the oven on the stove. uh So it's gonna toast and brown, and then I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
turn it, toast it a little bit more. Now, typically, I would take my fingers, which I probably can still do, and close it up. But that's what I do to my enchiladas. I close the ends, but I might still attempt to do it. It's enough room for me to close it, really. But yeah, I'm gonna let that brown a little bit. It's gonna have a little crunch to it. A little crunch when you put that lettuce and tomato and the avocado, cheese on top, sour cream, salsa. Boom!
Oh.
I'm ready too. I'm hungry today.
So you ready to eat?
hmm Yeah, I know. Usually when I eat, like I have to force myself to eat when I be cooking for y'all, because for some reason that's what I said yesterday. I wasn't tripping off of eating because I wanted to be able to enjoy what I fixed today. Me and Sissy both had gastric bypass like over 20 years ago, so our appetite is a little weird. I can eat more than her. So we talked about that. Stuff like chicken. If it depends. If it's a wing, I can pop some wings. But if it's like the breast meat, um, and depend if you gotta be cooked right, like I'll get full really, really fast. Like breast meat will fill me up so quick. I
Texture
can eat
of it.
the hell out of some seafood though.
Me too. The texture of it fills me up, and
hmm
it used to wouldn't go down right. I used to have a hard time getting it down.
Yep, I've always had a hard time too getting it down, especially like beef. But yeah,
Ramen
yeah.
lobster looks good. Oh yeah, I got them steaks in there.
What you gonna do with the steaks?
Nah, that's what they eating for dinner today.
Steak and what? Potatoes or steak and fries?
Steak and whatever they figure out. Do you supposed to take a lot of vitamins, Scorpio? But I don't. Vitamins make me sick. I didn't even take vitamins hardly during pregnancy. I struggle with taking vitamins. Honey, can you hear me?
It's toasting. I was coming along, coming along. I'm just gonna turn it. Shoot, I be getting so off trying to figure out which way to hold this
Oh,
camera.
trying to line up with the camera.
Yeah, I be getting confused in my head. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll it.
Yeah, you're supposed to take vitamins, but I don't. I don't. I don't know if Sissy does.
I do every now and then. I'll get on this kick. One of the things is you definitely are deficient on some things, but sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I be like, man. And one of the things is my muscle around with the spinal issue. Like my spinal issue starts up here, like totally, and it goes down. But because of how my spinal cord is being smushed, um, it's causing me to lose muscle. So I'll be looking at my neck and I'll be like, "Ooh, I need to eat. I need to take some vitamins."
Well, I was considered a lightweight loser. So that might be the difference. I didn't, I wasn't mine wasn't because I was severely overweight. I was far from that. Y'all, I was 270 278 pounds. I was considered a lightweight loser. So that might be the difference with she and I.
Honey, I was almost 400 pounds.
She says, I have been scared to do the surgery because of the risks that I may have seen others have. Let me say this. Now surgery is done laparoscopically. Sissy, did you have laparoscopic surgery?
No, they gutted me like a fish.
And that's the difference. I had laparoscopic surgery. I
Woo.
have seven little holes. One, two, I got seven little holes. The biggest one is probably that big where they put the camera in. Maybe a little bigger, maybe that big. And just do your research. Know your doctor. Because our stomach should only be the size of our fist, for those of y'all who don't know that. And do the research on your doctor. Make sure you're choosing a good doctor. Follow the rules. I have not had one problem at all behind my surgery. And now they're done laparoscopically. So, Scorpio, if you are interested, I will definitely help you and mentor you for that. I have no problems whatsoever. If that's something you want to do, I can help you along the way.
Yeah, Scorpio, make sure you follow directions. You're gonna lose if you do it. You're gonna lose the weight quick, and the further you stretch your body out, the harder time you're gonna have to get the elasticity back. So you're gonna need to be working out. You're gonna need to take your vitamins. You're gonna need to follow instructions if you want to be healthy. Because I have a friend, honey, she was 600 pounds when she had it. She is down. She's like 110 pounds now. But here's the thing. She had it when I had mine over 20 years ago. She was hospitalized and almost died because her body was so malnutrition. She couldn't walk. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. She couldn't even walk without a cane. Like her body had just broke down. Finally, they figured out what was going on. And they got her back to walking, but she still like went from almost 600 pounds down to 100. And like, geez, she's so much smaller than me. Plus, she's short. Like, she literally walks with oxygen now. She walks with a cane. Like, she just did not take care of herself and follow the instructions. I'm guilty. I didn't do everything I was supposed to do, but like, so You
You
gotta
know what?
be ready.
Last week when we did that video,
Hmm.
when we did the video last week, what a lot of people don't realize is that they suffer from body dysmorphia when they have
Hmm.
this surgery. That's why they sent us, to get the psychological testing
Uh-huh.
done. But what people have done is they figured out the right words to say to get that clearance to
Right.
get it. But when you do that, you're only tricking yourself
Hmm.
because even as I began to lose weight, when I would look in the mirror, I still saw a bigger person. I
Yeah.
still saw that, and it took me a while to know and understand that I had lost weight. And it wasn't until I had to start buying new clothes. I remember going.
Hmm.
I used to wear a size 18 to 20. I knew I wasn't an 18 to 20 anymore. Maybe some things were 22 depending on what it was. But I remember the first time I went to go buy clothes and I just went to like the 14, 16. And when I went to the 14, 16, I went in the dressing room and I tried it on and it was swallowing me. And I was like, oh shit, I've lost a lot of weight. So I was a size 6. Well,
Wow.
at that time I wasn't. I was maybe a 10, 12, somewhere in there. But I got down to 6 to an 8. And now I'm back. I'm 8 to a 10 now.
Hmm. And then you feel good when you gain just a little bit of it back. Like
I had
it's
to gain weight back because I was getting down under a 6, and my kids were like, "Mama, you look like Star Jones." It was talking
wow.
shit. I was like, "Oh God!"
Yeah.
So I started drinking soda to stretch my pouch back out, so I
Hmm.
could pick some weight back up, and that's what I did. And now I'm right where I want to be. I've
I
gained a few
started drinking
pounds.
Starbucks, Sissy.
Hmm.
I started drinking Starbucks every day when I'm on my way to work. I was like, ooh, let me stop by and get this frappuccino. Get this. And I started gaining a
Uh-huh.
little bit of weight. I was like, oh,
I've gained 10 pounds now that I
10.
want to lose. Hmm.
You don't hear my son talking about, okay, period, while he in here making this noise.
What did he say?
He said he looking at me fixing my burrito talking about, okay, period, while he in here making this loud ass noise with this plastic container getting something out of it.
Cause he ready for his too. He said
Girl,
he ready to eat.
he
He
gonna eat
said you
some
go
taco
ahead, mom.
salad.
Oh, he
He
eating taco
ain't gonna
salad.
mess with nothing like this. Remember, y'all, I told y'all he'll eat a whole finger tail, but you put some cheese on that hamburger, he gonna throw it at that drive-through window. He's like, get this cheese out of here. But he'll eat cheese on tacos and on, like, he don't even like cheese on pizza, but like, I just put all this cheese on here. He ain't gonna eat no burrito. He gonna fix him a taco salad, and that's gonna be it.
Oh,
He said if he fixes him a burrito, it's gonna be without cheese. Bless his heart, honey. Bless his heart. He doesn't know what he's fixing. Woo! Top it. Look.
Sissy,
Now, if I
your
have
hair growing.
my hair,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I
Now
washed it.
what's that? What are those chives?
No, this cilantro because I forgot to get some fresh cilantro.
Oh, okay.
Cilantro. So that's the gist of that. Then, boom. Woo. So the fries is done, y'all. So when I make my fries homemade, I like a little pink salt, right? Then I hit it with that slap your mama, a little bit of that, give it a little kick. Come on out of there. Boom. Mix it around. That pink salt hit different, y'all. Woo.
Yeah.
Now, if I was real greedy, I would put me some taco meat on here, some beans, some corn, some salsa, and I would do the dang on thing. I would top this just like I did this burrito. But I'm not. I just wanted to inspire somebody.
Now see, I think that's what me and the kids gonna eat tonight. Some chili cheese fries. Y'all want chili cheese fries?
Mm.
I think I got some chili already made in the freezer. Tell Lele to take it out.
Y'all want me to cut it?
Yeah, I want you to cut that thing, girl, so I can see what's up in there. I want to see what it look like.
Can y'all see it good?
I
Mm.
can see it, girl. I'm ready. Look at me like this. Yeah, I can
Okay.
see.
Damn. Got my
Oh,
peach, my corn, my beans.
lower the camera just a little bit, or either lift it up because it kind of went out of the view. Hmm.
See it?
Girl,
Mm.
now that's burrito. Now
My
that's
own Chipotle version, baby. And that rice is so good. Make sure y'all do rice. Do Spanish rice. Do a rice that's got some flavor to it. Like that makes a difference too. Cause Chipotle's just got white rice and I think they got brown rice, but their white rice has cilantro in it. And it's just rice. It's just plain. Don't give me no
girl. That
plain
looks
rice.
good. The chat is talking about how good it looks. It does. It looks good, girl.
Thank you. Oh, it
Now
tastes good too.
I'm gonna make me one this week, and I'll
Mm,
send you a picture.
okay. Post it on our community wall.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I should have showed y'all me toasting it. Did I show y'all? Yeah, I did. I did show you toast it.
Now
You
we
don't
got
have
the
to toast it, y'all, if y'all don't want to.
we got
My
the green
my
we got the
son.
green wrap. Can I use the green wrap? I can use whatever wrap, right? I want.
You can use spinach wrap. Yeah. You want some? I haven't touched it. Later, maybe. Okay.
Okay. Well, now that oh, she said, oh, okay, on my menu this week, but with steak. Yep, yep, yep. It looks really good, sister. We're gonna do our giveaway because we are about 3 hours into this thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
we use y'all. We use y'all. We're so close to getting monetized, so I just kind of made sure I cooked everything with y'all in front of us. Normally, I would probably have speeded something up, but I
oh, is that
didn't.
what you were doing? Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do what we're gonna how we gonna do it. Let's see. Okay, okay. On last week we did a live, our mental health awareness live. Remember, guys? My son was on the live and we talked about when he began to get sick. And I need the first person in the chat who could tell me what age he was when he first started getting sick. Anybody? Hi, Angie. First person. Whew, y'all in the middle. Spicy Brown said 10, Blue Love said 15. Y'all in the middle. Come on, y'all. Nope. How old was my son when we first started to notice something was going awry?
Yeah, you know, yeah.
They said 4, 5, 2. That's right. The diagnosis was diabetes. Y'all, come on. They just
Oh,
dancing all.
what you there? Oh, it out there.
I think the first person put 10 and somebody put 15, and it's in the middle of the 10 and the 15. Robin Lots, she got it.
Mm, Robin
Robin
Young.
be cutting up. Robin be cutting up, girl. Y'all.
Yep.
Robin got it. He was 11 years old when he was diagnosed with the diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
I think Robin just won a giveaway with us, didn't she?
He did. Mm-hmm.
She stay in our pockets. She stay up in our pockets, honey.
She
Boom.
deserves it because she's loyal. She's loyal. She's
Is
loyal.
loyal. She absolutely is. I can't take that away from her.
Y'all all deserve it though. But you know, it can only be one winner this time. Y'all all loyal.
Yeah, we don't have no problems with our people. That's
Yep,
for sure. That's for certain.
yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I got her chat already. She said, I sure did. I am loyal. She is loyal. And we
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yep.
Yep. Hold on, y'all. I think I got her cash app in here already. Let me see. Sissy, you turn that thing up, girl. Now I'm hungry. I
Woo.
gotta
I'm smacking
figure out
y'all. I'm
what I
sorry.
no. You fine. I'm just saying you making it sound good, girl.
Mm, my baby Luke Park.
What
Sugar.
Luke I say?
He said I'm mad because I missed the question at first. My time must have been off. He probably was stirring some icing up or something. When Susie said that, probably was making a cake.
What she was doing, Sissy?
She probably was making a cake. She probably had the blender on high. Yep. I'm teasing you.
She did what? You had the blender on high.
Mm-hmm. I told her I'm teasing her. You gonna get it, girl.
Yeah. We definitely this week. I didn't feel good the latter part of the week. So I didn't go live anymore. But this week coming up, we are definitely gonna be at least fitting one, if not two more lives throughout the week because we are so close to getting our what you call it?
Our monetization.
Monetization.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, she said she said laugh my ass up. I was commenting on Amber's post back to her and I missed it, so I just started putting numbers in the chat. I was wondering why your butt said two. I think it was that you said two. Somebody said two. I think that was you. Let me see. Who was Lupa said? She said 13. She said uh 14, 19, 2. Yep, that was your butt said two, Lupa.
Robin, let me know that you got the cash app and you check your cash app for me.
Scorpio, Lux, Bula, Stacy Jill. Oh, Black Hey. Oh, God, a pain is shooting through my back. Oh.
You okay?
Mm.
You need to get you a cooking mat to stand on when you're in the kitchen that long. You're welcome, Robin. Thank you so much for your participation.
Woo, yeah, sorry
All
about
right,
that.
girl. You all
Yeah,
right, girl?
I think I'm gonna be all right. I might pinch a nerve. Been over here trying to beat Henri and tease y'all. That's what my ass get. See, God don't like ugly. He got me just like that. Hey, okay, I'm
Uh,
sorry. I'm sorry. Whew. Yeah, I think I'm gonna
yeah.
be okay.
All right, guys. Well, we have been live for 3 hours.
Hmm?
It was fun, though. We talked about a numerous of different things. I'm gonna try to see how we can do this. I don't know, Black Cake or whatever. Y'all, the movie is awesome. Like it's an 8 part series, but it's really good. But yeah. Um, anybody got anything that they need to remind us of? Oh. Housekeeping. This is the month that we will start doing our. We haven't titled what it was going to be called. Well, we'll
Oh,
start doing our dues for the channel.
mm-hmm.
Um, we're going to start this Wednesday collecting the funds for our donation pot. I don't know what we're going to call it yet, but for those benevolent, maybe the benevolent fund or something, we'll name it. But I think if we just start off with $5, um, and begin to build our pot for those who are in need of something or going through a hard time. So this is the month that we will begin to do that. Okay. If you want to pay more than $5, you're more than welcome to do so. But it would have to be a minimum of $5 to be able to be reciprocated back to when you are in need. Okay. All right. So we'll start that on Wednesday. On this coming Wednesday, guys. All right. And also I think I keep missing Mr. June when he comes by, but he definitely wants to do a video to say thank you to everyone who did help him um, when we first had the event. He's still going over a little bit at a time, trying to get some things out the house, what he can get, but that's not looking too good because it's been so much rain after that that it's starting to destroy a lot of things that he thought he would be able to save. So but he did want to personally say thank you. Even if it's a video, I'll post it. But yeah.
That would be
And
good. Mm-hmm.
let's see. She said this was a good subject to talk about. Thank you. She says you make them love faces. I'm chosen. I'm chosen. You eating that burrito like it's good, baby.
It was, yeah.
Oh, she said the chat and chew blessings pot. I like that. What y'all think about the blessings
Oh,
pot?
yeah, that's cute.
I
Mm-hmm.
like that.
That's not.
The blessings pot. Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Yep.
Stacy. Jew girl. Boo love. I love y'all. Y'all are the bomb.com, baby.
Stacy says your food looks good, chosen.
Come on, get some spicy Jew. Come on,
Spicy
girl.
Brown gave thumbs up. I think her thumbs up might be to the blessing pot. But yep. So
Hmm?
everybody in agreement put a thumbs up to the blessings pot.
Chatting
Chat.
too, because we cooked and the pot got money in it. Blessings. Yeah, it goes together.
Mm-hmm. Chat and chew blessings pot. Ain't nobody really responding, so I'm gonna call it eyes have it, eyes have it, nasal pose. Chat and chew blessings pot. Type it in the chat. I like that. Who thought of that?
Yeah, who thought of that?
Scorpio.
Fine.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
Okay, looks like we're getting some thumbs up. Chat and choose blessings pot. She says, "You see, I could be good for something, girl. You good for a lot. Cut that out. Cut that out. You cutting up."
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right then, guys. As usual, remember that I love you. Chosen us too. Remember to keep God first in all you do. It gets hard. It looks hard. It might even smell hard, baby, but it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning, and help is right around the way. Stay positive, stay prayed up. Don't let nobody steal your shine. Don't try to steal nobody else's either, okay? Because we have to remember it's reciprocated, and what we put out is what's going to definitely come back to us. Remember to be nice so you can say it twice. All right? Miss White
Hmm.
loves each and every one of you guys. And until we meet again, it will be before Wednesday, too. All right? Remember that. And we will reconvene really soon. We love you all. Stay
Love you.
safe, and we'll see you soon.
Yep. Bye, y'all. Mwah.